Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And in this video I'm going to be taking on the Magic's Deepest Chasm Pitch level 180 Chaos Challenge quest. And for this one, as you know, it's basically on whichever heretic batch has Alisaie's rework and realization. And for this one I'm bringing along a team of Alisaie, Eiko and Krile with a Shiva summon. So I know I say this at the start of a lot of videos that I do, but I have been looking forward to this for a while, and the main reason is not because I need to chase the cutting edge of the meta, right? But the main reason that I always enjoy using new characters and switching it up is because if I just use the same characters over and over and over, it tends to get very boring and very predictable. Like, if I wanted to beat Chaos, I could probably have used Ultimecia and Aranea basically the whole way and just kind of swapped them out for the flavour of the month support, and I wouldn't have had too many problems. But I do like to change things up, and I do like to use different characters with different mechanics and keep things fresh. And Alisaie is definitely one of my favourites, arguably of the entire not Chaos, Cosmos era. You know, like when she was around, like when Vayne first came out, Alisaie was kind of out around the same time. She got her EX and a Lost chapter, and she was a lot of fun. Because I've heard from FF14 players that she is one of the most faithful translations of an MMO character to a mobile game, basically, that you'll find, because she has a lot of different rotations. You know, she can be played for longevity, she can be played for burst damage. She's basically got 4 skills because her 2 skills change into other versions depending on what you do with them. I'm not going to go into lots of detail about what Alisaie does, but suffice to say that her rework is very strong and very turn efficient in terms of damage. She gets turn rates like lightning, like literally the character lightning. You know, she's another speed demon, and she's just really fun to play. So these are the artifacts I've got on her. Yeah, obviously I did her character and summon boards immediately as soon as I could. I don't think these are perfect, but at the same time, because she gets so many back-to-back turns, and she does have some small amount of Brave regen, I don't think Brave 170 is a bad idea on her, because she's got more overflow now. This is Eiko, one of my favourites from Final Fantasy IX, who I used like once or twice ever, and then never again. So it's actually really good to bring her back here as well. And I will say that Eiko's character boards, in addition to the Alexander summon passive, have gone a long way to fix the fact that she does very little damage. Like, she hits a lot harder now because, you know, she's got more modifiers, she's got more summon board stats, she's got the holy damage bonus, so she's definitely doing a lot better for herself, which was one of her main weaknesses in my opinion, as well as Krile. Now Krile, I could honestly take her or leave her in Final Fantasy V. In my opinion, she comes in too late, and she comes after, you know, well, I mean, Opera Omni's already spoiled it, so basically what happens to Galuf, you know, Galuf dies and Krile is his granddaughter, and you know, she comes in a bit too late in my opinion, but she's one of my favourites in this game. Not only because she's adorable, but also because I really enjoy her skill set, and her EX to this day, if you can get it to do enough damage, I really like the effect it has, because it's like per turn battery, but it's every turn, like even the enemies, so you can just kind of prevent yourself from getting broken. Again, her biggest problem is that she has a very low base attack, so she tends to hit like a wet noodle, but if you fix that, then it goes a long way. So this has actually got quite a lot of synergy as a team, like not just because they're all boosted, but Eiko actually extends buffs the same way that Hope and Saz does, and Yuna. And Alisaie, part of her kit is she gives herself free turns, but free skills rather, and free turns, yes, but free skills. And she gives herself free skills by using a visible buff called Dualcast. Now, Eiko can extend Dualcast. You know, Dualcast is an extendable buff, just like Rem's Siphon. So you can actually dramatically improve Alisaie's longevity by including a buff extender, which is why I'm really grateful they gave us Eiko for this challenge quest. And Krile actually increases elemental weakness damage dealt on her skill 1. And everyone has their own imperils. So as far as teams go, this is actually a really strong lineup. I still think it would be stronger with Shantotto in there, because the utility on her LD, that guaranteed paralysis, is really good. Especially for these enemies, it's like the lineup of cancer. You know, we've got like the Krakens on the first wave, who are just all sorts of nasty. They get way too fast turn rate. They'll just HP attack whenever they feel like it. Which is incidentally why I'm bringing along Shiva to counteract the fact that they get insane turn rates as well. You're going to see when we start playing, it's disgusting. And then we've got the Realm Behemoths, which Alisaie should be able to deal with because she's got so many goddamn elements in her kit. And the Alisaie bosses themselves, except this time we've got 2 of them. But yeah, so let's jump into it. In my opinion, the first wave here is the hardest. If we can get past the Krakens, then we shouldn't have to worry about, well, anything. Okay, so if you're going to use Krile, just because she starts off with her EX, please don't use it on the first turn. Please use skill 1 first, because that's what gives her the greater damage buff. And that's what's going to make you hit that much harder. So, oops, I broke out of sequence. That was rather dumb of me. Never mind. But yeah, on the first turn, Alisaie does start out with her EX, and she does start out. She starts out with her EX, and she starts out with both of her skills changed. Now this is really good because we get the free skill on Alisaie, so that means that Eiko can take a turn now, and pretty much any skill that Eiko uses is going to extend Alisaie's buff, right? Because in order to trigger it, you only need to use a skill that grants a buff, and every one of Eiko's skills grants a buff, including her EX. Okay, so this does look super bad, but we can just pop Krile's EX here, so it's not the end of the world. Oh my god, Krile is hitting numbers. Oh, it makes me smile. Okay, so because we've got the Dualcast buff, we can actually afford to use the Thunder, which does not grant that buff. And then of course we rotate straight into the EX. I can't afford to risk it. So then either of the skills that she uses now, the Fire or the Stone, they both give free skills. So of course I'm going to break that thing. The stun is pretty bad, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, so she's going to move up, so I'm going to use Thunder here. And then I'm going to EX. And this is looking pretty nasty, but... So if I use the Stone here, so we could use Enchanted Redoublement, right? But if we actually use the Stone or the Fire, then we get an extension from Eiko. So because we've got a buff extender, this is the way I'm going to play it. And a Smite from Eiko, please, so that Krile does not get exploded too badly. Okay, so this is absolutely AIDS, because I've got a really bad feeling that A is going to be attacking Krile as well, so I don't know what to do here. Oh, thank God, we've got summon. Okay, so you know what? I might actually just go into the summon on this wave. I think we have to, because Krile's getting double focused. I really don't think we have a choice here. So we've still got the free skill buff. So let us go into our summon. I'm not taking chances. I'm really not. And we can smite again. Just going to extend that Dualcast. So Alisaie can basically, in this lineup, Alisaie can basically spam skills as long as you do it in the right order, and you're just never going to run out. Almost never. It's too bad that we don't get the benefit of the Ice Imperil. But yes, let's have a fire. And we can burst on. There we go, we've got our EX again. So hopefully Eiko gets the first turn here, which of course she doesn't. That's too bad. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and EX. Meanwhile, we'll get the... Like, I really should double Holy, but we also need to get the buffs back up on Alisaie, and we need to heal Krile as well. Because otherwise we'll be in a bit of a bad spot. So, I mean, what I should do here is I should use Enchanted Doublement. Which is what I think I'm going to do, actually. Just for a little bit of extra longevity. And... yeah, rip damage. And of course I need to use the Holy because that will transform the arrow into the stone, but it'll also do like no damage. So I'm just going to have a flare instead. Because that will do more damage. And it will also remove these things' resistances because they do start out as being weak to fire. Well, it should have removed the resistances, but I guess it doesn't. Never mind. I'm talking out my ass. Yeah, I'm going to use the arrow because I want to use double Holy with Eiko. Even though it's resisted, I know. Okay. It does remove it. I don't know what happened before. Never mind. I have to do it to battery Alisaie. Don't judge me. I just don't want to get broken. That's the most dangerous thing here. Oh great, we're getting double focused. I mean, that's always good, right? At least we broke out of order. That's actually a good thing this time. Jesus Christ, the turn rate on this girl. Absolutely insane. Ow. The only reason I wanted to do things in that order is because I want Eiko to be able to use her EX. Oh yeah, the EX extends buffs anyway, so I shouldn't have been so worried about it. Never mind. Go. So it does have resist up, sadly. But at least we get Brave Cash back after every HP dump, so it's not the end of the world. Alisaie needs battery. There we go. Some very nice damage. Then we'll rotate into the fire. And we'll definitely double holy on B over here. Oh look, Eiko doing damage. It's so beautiful. Let's see. No! You weren't supposed to take a turn that fast. God damn it. Look at the turn rate on this woman. Absolutely insane. This is one of the reasons I find her so fun to play. Like, she just gets turn after goddamn turn, and it's crazy. And if you play her with a buff extender, you basically don't really have to use Enchanted Redoublement like at all, which is amazing. But I'm going to use it here. Question mark. Yeah, I'm going to use it here because that will change the thunder into the fire, so we can afford to do it here. And we don't have any buffs up, you know what I mean? How long does that last for? 5 turns. No, we'll be fine. So the first turn that these enemies take, they put themselves into a shield, and the shield is weak to thunder, it is weak to fire, you know, basically it's weak to Alisaie's skill 2, and a couple of other elements, I forget. Let's see. Yeah, thunder, fire, ice, and darkness. So we can definitely blow that bad boy wide open. And let's just rotate over here. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's put up one of these. Oof, it's gonna feel that one. Okay, so... Of course we're going to use this. Oh, and that's got rid of all of Krile's buffs, which is just all sorts of ugly. That's not what we want at all. Gonna have to do this just so I can buff Krile. I don't particularly want to rotate straight into skill 1 with her again, Like, I just don't. But if I don't give her some Eiko buffs, then she's just going to hit like a wet noodle when she uses her EX. So that's my thinking behind that. So I mean, it's better than nothing. Okay, and we can use. I think I have one of Eiko's speed passives unequipped. I really should have equipped it, because you can't keep up with everyone like this. Oh god, there goes Eiko's buff. So let's just keep them nice and shaved. Alternate attacks in the right order. Get Trick Holied, which is always good. Okay, so now it's vulnerable to skill 1. Oh boy. Definitely putting in some work though, let's be honest. Thunder. Whenever I've got 2 turns of Dualcast, I always use the skill that doesn't give you a free skill use, because you can't extend it to 3 turns that way. So that's why I'm using skills in that order. I know I'm not talking very much, but I'm just concentrating on making sure I do the right thing at the right times. Oh, speaking of, I used the wrong skill there. Is this thing weak to Holy? It is. Then let's do it like this. Based Eiko. Let's stall it out of break. Make sure she doesn't get broken with whatever that is. Throwing a Dualcast from Eiko. I mean from Krile. Let's let Eiko do her thing. And I do believe it is over. There we go. So, whew, that one is fairly tricky. You have to make sure you manage everything properly. But use your skills in the right order. Make the most out of Eiko, in my opinion. Definitely bring Eiko along with Alisaie, because she extends her longevity so much. If you make use of that buff extension, and obviously on the regular chaos, if you use someone like Saz, it's going to be even better. So that's going to be my clear of the challenge quest. I hope maybe someone out there found it useful. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I hope everyone who was pulling for Shantotto has had some awesome luck. So that is going to be it for now. Until the next video, take care and goodbye.